South Korean football legends Son Heung-min and rising star Lee Kang-in were reportedly at each other's throats on the eve of the semi-final match at the Asian Cup, with Korea Football Association's technical committee recommending the dismissal of head coach Jurgen Klinsmann for the poor showing of the team and overall leadership deficiencies. So what actually happened in Qatar on February 5, and did this breakdown the team lead to the upset loss against Jordan the following day? The Football Association convened its Power Enhancement Committee and recommended the dismissal of the head coach.
국가대표팀 감독으로 리더십을 계속 발휘하기 힘들다는 판단이 있었고 교체가 필요하다는 대의견이 전반적으로 모아졌습니다.
The national team was defeated 2-0 in the critical match against Jordan, with zero effective shooting tallied for the duration of the game. The team has received considerable flack for lack of any strategy and breakdown in teamwork that resulted in the loss. The move to request the sacking of the German head coach is not only due to the humiliating defeat, but also because he failed to bring about cohesion and build camaraderie among players, which is critical for the success of any team. Insiders meanwhile said that a tussle broke out between Son and Lee when Lee of Paris Saint-Germain and a few younger players started playing table tennis after a quick dinner. This was on the eve of the make-or-break match with Jordan, and the footballers were making a lot of noise while others were having dinner. The training earlier in the day was arduous, and with the big game ahead, the younger players were told to exercise self-restraint to maintain their best conditions. Son, who plays for Tottenham Hotspur and was the captain of the team, sat the younger players down and pointed out to them that the training earlier was arduous, and that with a big game ahead, they should restrain themselves to better maintain their best conditions. In response, Lee countered that the admonishment was excessive, saying along the lines that Son was not a member of the coaching staff, so he should not interfere. Heated words were exchanged before an outraged Son grabbed Lee by the collar, after which Lee is said to have thrown a punch, although he has raised issue with some of the associated reporting. The physical exchange caused other players at the scene to separate the two, but in the process, Son injured his finger. The older members of the team requested Lee be sidelined for the semi-final match, but he was allowed to play as Klinsmann is known to have favored Lee and was grooming him. In the Jordanian match, Lee was seen hesitating and passing the ball to Son. Game data show that Lee tried to pass the ball 12 times in the previous game, but only 3 times in the game with Jordan. Right after the match, Son made a cryptic yet meaningful comment.
제가 먼저 앞으로 대표팀을 계속 할 수 있을지에 대해서 생각을 해봐야 될 것 같아요.
Following the revelation of the altercation between the star players, Lee posted an apology and expressed his regrets. In South Korean football, a level of hierarchy is expected, with junior players expected to heed the advice and instruction of those older than them. With the revelation that Lee tried to punch Son, outraged South Korean fans have called for the permanent expulsion of Lee from the national team.